Welcome back to another episode of Searching for MacGuffin with your hosts,
George.
Gabe.
And Link. That's not Link.
Oh wait. Oh, we don't. Yeah, we don't.
Too soon.
Yeah, we don't.
Again?
We don't
Rip.
mention.
Okay.
Again.
It's Socrates from Tennessee.
Oh, back with us again.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Do you have your own podcast?
Yes. I have a couple.
I thought I got taken off for
yeah,
too many references.
The language.
Yeah.
right. Well, we're navigating a legal issue with Apple right now.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
It'll be resolved shortly.
8 years later.
Well, it's been a while. It's been a long, arduous summer.
For real.
Yeah, we've been gone for a bit. We dropped a couple episodes over the summer, but they were let's be real. We recorded them in April.
But like in studio recording, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Daredevil stuff you're
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
I love those episodes.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah, that
it.
was like April.
Yeah, and we're like, maybe we should release them.
No, we forgot to release them.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we still have these.
Okay, I was like covering for that, but sure, we forgot.
No,
to
we're transparent here.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah,
Full
accountability.
transparency.
Yeah, but you guys had big plans for this summer, right? And bigger plans than sitting in a room recording stuff.
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
fair.
movies and stuff like that. So we get it. The public that loves the show understands sometimes vacations that are across the Atlantic come first.
Yeah. Well, for me, Gabe tore his Achilles.
Yeah,
heel.
that was the plan this summer was to be it was supposed to be super. It was supposed to be fantastic even. But
But it wasn't apparently.
it was good. It was good.
It was super,
solid.
but not fantastic.
To me it was.
Okay.
To Socrates it might not have been.
All right, I guess we'll get to that.
No, but end of May, I was playing soccer, studying for my boards exam for PT.
You haven't covered this on.
Also, I haven't. We haven't been on.
Oh, because see, the plan was since I was going to be gone for a month, Gabe was going to take over the show. But 2 weeks in, he was like, "I'm actually too depressed, and it's not going to happen."
Yeah, we can't do this.
Yeah. So continue.
No, I was studying for my boards exam. I'm telling the story again.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Again.
I was studying for my boards exam and for physical therapy for my license since I graduated in April. Thank you for congratulating me. I appreciate it.
Oh man,
So-
congratulations! I mean, we congratulated months ago when it happened.
That's true.
But
And so I'm studying for my exam and I'm going over common, athletic injuries. And one of them is Achilles rupture repair. And that it made me think, man, I'm so lucky. Like I've played soccer and sports my whole life that I've never gotten seriously injured like that. I've had like tweaked ankles and stuff. And that very same day, I went to go play soccer with Usain Bolt. And
flex, just casual
Yeah.
flex.
For real?
yeah.
Wow.
And I went to go chase for a ball. And
You didn't mention it was in a game with Bolt this time.
it's okay.
Is he a good soccer player? I imagine he's fast, but can he actually
You
No, he's
imagine?
good.
You imagine he's
No,
fast.
he's good.
navigate the
Like-
ball and
No.
kick it under your feet?
Could you imagine?
and,
He's like he's the first one there to the ball, but then he doesn't know what to do with
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
No. Like I get it. Like he's the fastest man in the world. Like,
Yeah.
and he's got quick feet. But to see someone that is 6'5" be able to dribble and handle the ball the way he does and move like he does, it's actually kind of crazy to see.
Well, he's an Olympic athlete.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, yeah, not anymore. Got a bit of a belly, but still,
Are you? I think it's once you're an Olympic athlete, you're always an Olympic.
You're
Yeah,
always
like
an
Kurt Angle
Olympian.
is still an Olympian,
Yes.
right? Yeah, he won the 1996 gold medal with a broken freaking neck. I don't know if you know this.
And he had diarrhea.
Oh, he also had
Remember?
diarrhea.
I
And
can't
he also might have illegally been on painkillers.
I can't. No, I was gonna call him that name, but he doesn't like.
yeah,
to be
no,
called
he
that
doesn't
name,
like to
so
be called that name. Yeah.
We love you, Kurt.
Yeah.
So I went for a ball and I took off my right foot and then I just felt like someone just took a bat to my right heel and everyone heard like a pop and I fell to the floor. I turned around and I said, "What the heck was that?" And nobody was around me and everyone was like, "Dude, I heard that." And immediately I knew what it was and I was like, the irony that I was just studying about this hours ago and thinking to myself, wow,
Let me stop you right there.
I'm lucky.
Did you have a group of robots take you to a bed and expose that wound to a direct shot of sunlight?
No, the robots were there, but it was nighttime.
Well, you need a better healthcare system.
Or you needed James Gunn to
Yeah,
that's
movie
right.
by life.
That's
Yeah.
true. I need better insurance. Is
Yeah.
what I need. I
Yeah.
need better coverage.
Yeah. So
So I had surgery and I couldn't go on the vacation with you guys.
that's right. I'm sorry.
But it gave me more time to study, and it's going well.
yeah.
I will say that.
So we were talking about it right before we started recording the episode, that you mentioned that, like, people say soccer is like not a big deal. You're just running.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's no joke. It's a serious sport. In fact, really, really everything is like, how we used to say,
Laughs
like,
and Coors Light.
Yeah.
how we used to say, like, oh, it ain't ballet, right? I think Taz used to say that on commentary all the time. It ain't ballet. Ballet is really hard, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
You stand on your tippy toes
yeah,
and walk across the stage,
yeah.
on like maybe 105 pounds.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
And they're all like bleeding and
Sure.
like,
Sure.
your toes are all messed up by the time you finish your ballet career,
Mhm.
right? It's only human, right? The body breaks down. But you know who doesn't break down? Or does he? I don't know.
He does. You
Emotionally.
does.
talking
Okay.
about Superman?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Superman?
Yeah, yeah. So you believe that Superman breaks down. Break that down for us. How's that possible? He's super.
The starting of this movie represents perfectly Superman in the public domain, in the sphere that you guys are operating, right? Pop culture and whatnot.
Right.
He is shown getting beaten and landing in a crater, all wounded, and taken to his Fortress of Solitude for healing. It's the perfect opening shot, after the missteps of Superman Returns, and in my opinion, the missteps of the Zack Snyder Man of Steel. This is where that character is in the public perception, right? He's not fun. He's not energetic. He's kind of whatever, and he's wounded. And that's how the movie starts. And
Wow.
then they interject that brightness of sunlight. It's kind of weird to see him be, screaming like Frankenstein in there, right?
Mhm.
He has like that Vader moment
Yeah.
where he's like, oh.
I mean, I didn't draw that parallel much better than the Vader moment. I
Sure,
think.
sure.
Yeah.
And then he's up and he's ready to go, and he's like, golly, and back to the fray, blah, blah, blah. And then he is Superman once again for everyone to love and cheer for and just have fun at the movies.
I'm going to be honest with you. We're only 7 minutes into this episode, and that's the most insight I think I expected from. I did not draw that parallel. Like,
You did not?
no,
It's like
like
a mirror for the public perception. of
exactly.
Superman.
Yeah, I hadn't considered that. Do you consider that, Gabriel?
Mhm.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm the only idiot. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I
it's
missed
okay.
it. I just thought, like, oh, it's cool. Superman's beat up. He has a dog.
Well, I think
I love the dog.
I
love
think
the
it was
dog.
more the
I
second
love the
time
dog,
because
yeah.
the first time, I'm not really I'm just like taking it all in. You know?
Yeah.
And I liked the introduction with the time and how like they're explaining things like 33 years,
Right.
3 hours ago, 3 minutes, 3 seconds, whatever. I really like that. And like you said, like it just throws you right into the action.
Yeah.
And I think that the brightness really sticks out to you. When like the cape, I love the suit
The
actually.
suit is great.
Yeah.
When I first saw pictures of the suit, I didn't like it.
The trunks, because of the trunks?
It-
no,
no,
it looked
no,
kind
I-
of weird.
I personally think they needed the trunks. Have you seen the picture of the suit without the trunks?
Oh yeah, it looks terrible. But I'm pretty sure if they didn't have the trunks, they would have like redesigned.
They
Like, it wouldn't have been
probably
that
would've done
exact
something
design.
else.
Yeah.
But
You got to break up that middle.
You got to break
Yeah.
up the blue.
Yeah.
The red does it perfectly.
Mhm.
The yellow belt does not break it up enough. You
Mhm.
need the trunks.
How do you feel
for
about the like
matching.
new 52 red belt?
No.
Okay. How do you feel
Love
about
the yellow belt?
the
Yellow, man.
the Zack Snyder black alien lines or something? What do you?
As long as I got this, the trunks,
It's like a
the
One
red
Piece.
cape, the symbol, and the presentation I got, I am happy.
I like the logo on the cape too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer the logo on the cape.
Yep.
Oh, actually, it's interesting that you qualified. You're like in your opinion, Man of Steel missed the mark.
Yep.
But you did not qualify Superman Returns because that's like universally no one defends that film. Right?
Actually,
You have to watch it in sequence with
the Christopher
other-
Reeve movies,
exactly,
I-
and then
which I did.
It does play.
which I did, and that's when I told you I rewatched
Yeah.
all those movies,
Uh-huh.
and because I hadn't seen Superman. I don't think I ever watched the first Superman. Like I was a kid maybe, but I watched all of them.
That's crazy. So you just
when I was going through all of them, and I'm like, bro, these movies are great. And I never saw Superman 2. I kind of just went to Returns, and I was like, I didn't get that at the time when the movie came out and I saw it in theaters. I'm like, the hell is this? This is boring.
Yeah, it was boring.
But I think that it's like a continuation,
It is.
although it did add something
But-
to me for it.
But you skipped Superman for the
me
Quest
too.
for Peace.
2, 3, 4.
You saw 3, 4 for real?
No, I didn't. I haven't,
Oh, okay.
I just saw 2 the first time.
Yeah, I know. You
Dawn
just
Show.
saw 2, but then you didn't go straight to 3 and 4 this time?
No.
Okay.
No,
Not a real fan. All right.
no, until this summer.
Okay.
But yeah, I did, because that movie has its flaws. The movie has problems, but I also appreciate it a bit more.
Yeah, it's a continuation.
Yeah.
By itself, the movie's bad. It's not fun. It's kind of weird, and it's not really Superman. The Superman we get this summer is beyond what Returns portrayed, because I mean, the guy only does 4 or 5 things that are super, and the rest of the stuff is basically Kevin Spacey stealing the movie,
Mhm.
Pretty much.
And Stealing Land. Also.
and also Cyclops. I love the Cyclops.
James
in that
Marsden.
movie.
I forgot he was in that movie. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's why they killed him in X-Men 3.
He was actually the Superman in that movie, to be honest with you,
That's
because he
right.
was fantastic. Without powers, he is flying a plane onto that Kryptonite island to save Superman.
I thought the real Superman was the baby. I thought that's who returns.
Why do you have these things? in
Oh, what,
movies,
the
you know?
kid?
It makes no sense. It's so weird.
Superman has kids in the comics now, right? And they're
Yeah,
like
let's
grown
not
up.
talk too much about
Okay,
that.
good. I just wanted to make sure. I don't know a lot about it because I'm so separated from whatever the current stories.
All I know is that show,
Uh,
Superman and Lois,
Oh, Superman and Lois with the 2 kids. Yeah,
which was great.
I did like that show. Yeah. Did you ever finish it, so?
I did not.
Yeah.
They started moving away from the Superman.
That's fair.
And then I was like, well, I'm out of here.
I think it's worth. I think it's
Was-
worth giving it a watch to the end, especially because the latter seasons are like super short. The last one, especially.
Okay.
I think the last season was very.
Yeah.
I-
Now
I
that
think
it's
it was- I
over
think it
and
was
done,
strong.
and there's no rush, and like it's something worth getting around to. I like where it landed. What do you think are some of the inspirations in this film that, like you said, this is the epitome of Superman? This is perfect representation of Superman. What is it that you connected with in this film?
If you go back to a series called All-Star Superman,
Yes.
you can see that in so much of this movie. It has like even references to like a galactic zoo that Superman has in that comic. In this movie, the brightness, the pocket universe.
I think they have the hammer that like he like works on stars with.
Yeah.
They have like the metal anvil and,
Okay.
and hammer. Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And then a lot of Silver Age stuff.
Say
and
that
then- The Superman movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, you said Silver Age stuff. Illuminate us with that, because it's like I feel like All Star Superman is modern enough that I think everyone.
Yeah,
in this room-
I've read it, so
I've
that
read
should
it?
tell you. Okay, that's
Yeah.
like a casual has read that.
Yeah, right. So, and they have an animated movie even. So that means other people, even if they haven't read it, are at least familiar with the tone. What is the Silver Age Superman? What are some of those like things that we see in this film?
Since you know All-Star Superman, then you're getting that Silver Age through the filter of Grant Morrison, the author. So he is taking bits and pieces of these old school stories, just like Superman having a zoo, Superman having a robot, Superman having a Phantom Zone projector, Superman having things like experiments going on in the Fortress of Solitude that he's like doing by himself. All of these things are aspects of that Silver Age that are thrown in with a modern lens, with like the updated Daily Planet, the updated relationship with Lois and Clark, the updated Lex Luthor, who in that series is also like a mad scientist type guy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's very much Silver Age, and it just is like wild concept after wild
Mhm.
concept that is solely to entertain children, right?
Yeah.
But if you do it the right way, then you get to entertain your inner child and then a wide audience, from
Yeah.
kids to adults to older people.
Yeah, I will say, like, even just listening to that description, I'm just like, I feel like it adds to the character Superman that
Yeah.
can be seen as the Boy Scout,
Mhm.
like kind of like a boring character, which is what a lot of people had seen.
One dimensional, flat.
Yeah, exactly. So
And the
is-
character
that
is everything, but it's just sometimes he's depicted these ways. I think in the comics, it's just so many books that like you're not going to have great authors in all of them. So you're just
Right.
inundated with stories, and then major missteps in like feature film and anime. Like Superman as a product has not retained its, like you said, it's been beat up.
It's been beat up.
Yeah.
The property has been beat
Yeah,
up.
the essence
Yeah.
of what makes Superman great, that super intellect. Because I
Yep.
remember we had a friend growing up
Yep.
who loved Superman, and he was like, "I love that he's super smart," but it's really hard to see that depicted
Yeah.
in any media because we forget that. But this kind of like you said, they're Luther's a mad scientist, and Superman is, I don't know, I guess a benevolent scientist, and they're just off doing the weirdest stuff that we can't even grasp, and it's like they're beyond us.
You're
Like
right.
they're on another level.
Yeah, they're super,
Yeah.
right? Especially on Superman's side. Like he is super curious and he is super strong. He is super imaginative. There's every aspect that a human would have. He has it. It's just at an elevated level because he's a Superman.
That's not just on a physical level based on his abilities and what he can do,
Right.
but who he is as a person.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think it ties into his physiology because I think his brain works, on that level. But sometimes it's easy to miss because he's so effortless. Like it's flawless. To him, doing all this stuff is just everyday life. Like he goes home, he takes off his shoes, and then his robots like tell him this is where he's at in his like whatever formulaic equation. Luther in this film just walks in. He's like, I made a pocket dimension, and and then I build like the teleporters all across the world, and we're just supposed to accept it because he did.
And you do.
Yeah.
And you do in the movie, right?
Yes.
There's no disbelief in that.
Yeah.
You know, he seems like a very capable person who's able to challenge the Man of Steel to that level of pushing him and beating him in certain parts of the movie. And then you're able to like believe that Superman is also at that level just from the way he's acting, right? He's not just a super scientist, a super strong person. He's also a very like super caring individual.
Yes.
And they show that so well in this movie. And the older I get, the more that quality really is the most important thing to Superman, being a super good person at the heart of everything. That where he can do anything he wants. He can take whatever he wants. He can do whatever, but he decides to be a good person and help others above all. And that is just fantastic. Like you said, Boy Scout. That is exactly the Scout oath and Scout motto in action with this film.
No, for sure. I completely agree. And I mean, that was always kind of the thing that attracts me to Superman. Obviously, his powers are cool. He can shoot lasers from as a kid. Like, yeah, that's super awesome to see. But I think, like you said, as I've gotten older, he is a symbol of hope.
Yeah.
You know, and to do good no matter what. And it's just like, that's my favorite trope, I think, in pop culture. That's why like Luke Skywalker is one of my favorite, heroes and characters and things like that. So it's just,
I mean, that's what this show ended up being about. Like we were looking for that MacGuffin. We keep coming back to it. It's that hope that's instilled by these characters and these stories.
No, exactly. And I did feel that with this film.
Yeah.
That and that's what I also liked about Superman and Lois, that I feel like they did Clark justice. I feel like they got Clark.
Oh, they got
right.
A lot of the cast completely correct, right?
Yeah.
With Lois and Clark being the keys to it, Luther being amazing, Luther's cast was amazing, Jimmy Olsen was fantastic, the whole Daily Planet, even though you didn't get that much interaction, right?
Mhm.
They all played their parts perfectly. Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, the Justice Gang was fantastic.
Yeah.
Say it again.
It's ingrained now.
Was there any misses on the cast?
Not that I think even Metamorpho, which they didn't really. What do they refer to him as?
Yeah, the Element Man.
The Element Man, right? Is that the same character?
It is. To me, it was a miss. Metamorpho in the comic books is like an adventurous guy.
Yeah.
He was like a former explorer or archaeologist,
Right.
and he just missed with the open sobbing.
Well,
It was
I
a
mean,
complete miss.
his
to go
alien baby is being held
Yeah.
captive, and I think he is not handling his solitary confinement well. I think
Sure.
has mental anguish. I think there's space to kind of marry him
Yes,
with
fine.
the character that he is.
Yeah.
But to me, the casting was perfect.
Sure.
Because that guy's great. What's his name, Gabe? You're usually the credits guy.
That guy,
I know he's in
Anthony
Barry.
Kerrigan.
There you go. He's in Barry. Wasn't he Zaz in Gotham?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Connected universes, Easter eggs.
Yeah, he's Zaz. Zaz becomes the Element Man. So he's got his bona fides. He's got
in the show
Comic Club.
Gotham. He's like cutting himself
Yes.
for every victim.
Yeah, they do.
Jeez
do that.
Louise.
Yeah, it's
Kind of
scary.
a weird guy.
That's not the weirdest thing that happens in Gotham.
Yeah, I
so
would
don't
assume
worry.
I never
Yeah.
watched it.
Yeah,
never
well, I
watched
saw season 1.
Yeah.
And then like the little kid finds the Batcave with like
Bruce
he plays
Wayne. Bruce Wayne kid.
little Bruce Wayne like plays the right keys on the piano, and it turns out his dad had a Batcave. And then I was like, I'm out. Yeah, so I made it all the way to.
I feel like that's where I'm at, because obviously I started watching Smallville after this movie. I was like,
Yeah, you've been just like a deep dive, like
Yeah.
Superman media.
I was
Silver Age comics.
because I
that's your
never
next
yeah,
level.
that's what I gotta do next.
Yeah.
I never watched Smallville like in sequence. It was always whatever was on TV. So it was always
I've
random
never really
episodes.
seen Smallville beyond like season 1 also.
Me too.
The first 2 seasons are very strong. I'm in season 3 now, and I can see it heading.
And you
off
start
a-
to see why we've never seen
I
Smallville.
can see it start heading off a cliff because
It comes back though. I've had friends who stuck around, and there's a couple seasons that are just like dreadful, and then it picks up somewhere, and it's like fantastic again. So
yeah, I hope
stick it
so
out if you want.
because those first
No,
2. No, I am.
I need you to stick it out so you can help guide me through
I'm
it.
gonna finish it
Yeah.
for sure. But seasons 1 and 2 are very good.
Lex Luthor was fantastic in that show.
Yeah.
Yes,
Michael
he's
Luthor.
an iconic Luthor.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he might have been the best
Best
Luthor.
until-
yeah,
yeah.
until
Now you're talking about the son, right? Not the dad.
correct, the son.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's what is his dad name also Alexander Luthor?
Lionel?
No, or is it, no Lionel.
Lionel.
You're right.
Luthor.
All right. Well, actually, so in this movie, not to cut you off, you done with the Superman? I'm sorry, Smallville. Last thoughts on Smallville?
No,
or-
but you can go.
Okay,
I'll remember.
so like in this, just to kind of connect it to Superman 2025, it's Luthor Corps in this movie, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not
So-
Lex Corp.
So that means it's like that they do that in Smallville too. I think they do it in some runs. It vacillates between LexCorp or Luthor Corps depending on what generation of the comics, right? But I think the deliberate choice is that Luthor Corps is inherited. So it's like generational wealth.
Right.
Lex didn't build this. Lionel or whoever his father is, Lionel, we assume, like had a company as opposed to LexCorp. It means he's a self-made man. He started from the ground up. And that kind of like inherited wealth really ties into the kind of Luthor that he is in this film, like looking for approval, trying to, he has a name, but he's trying to make a name for himself. He can't be supplanted by this Superman. He needs to be the Superman because he needs the adulation of Metropolis and the world. And in a way, he kind of ends up losing it, that which he already had because of his quest. But
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He totally could be the counterpart that Superman needs to be more effective, right? He can team up and they can better the world together.
yeah, imagine if him and Luther were on the same page. Yeah,
Exactly.
we'd have world
Like,
peace.
Which is like,
yeah.
which is why I enjoy Smallville because they're best friends.
They're best friends, right?
Yes.
They're best friends. And so I was going to say the thing about in Smallville, there is a LexCorp because Lex tries to separate himself and like have his own company. So there's a
Mhm.
Luthor Corps and a LexCorp, and then eventually Lex will concede and join his father. But I didn't know that because then I started seeing LexCorp. Everyone was like, didn't I just see Luthor Corps? Like, but they made a distinction where it's like Lex is trying to branch out on his
Yeah.
own. No, the other thing I was going to say was, since you know of your history, does Jor-El ever come to Earth before?
They do like special like stories where like a projection will come to like some sort of vision or dream that Clark is having, or they'll do something where through the Phantom Zone, Superman will be able to teleport to a certain era of Krypton, but kind of be invisible. They've done things like that. They've done things where they've kind of interacted, where Superman will go back to Krypton with Lois, but they'll lose their powers, so he's kind of like normal and operating
Yeah.
with Jor-El to help him do something, but he can't say you're my mom, you're my dad, etc. I've seen stories.
Is it
like
Back to
that.
the Future, Kal-El?
Back to the Future?
Yeah, that's it. So
where
he
you
goes
can't
back.
change
You
the
can't say,
past.
yeah, can't, don't let
Exactly.
him know you're his son.
Don't
She's
let him
gonna
know.
hit on you.
But they don't do it as entertaining as I think it would, because it'd be great if Superman went back to like that like the Diamond Planet with Marlon Brando as the
Oh,
dad.
yeah.
Where the dad's like, "Welcome to Krypton, Clark," or whatever. It's the way Marlon Brando does an alien.
Oh, yeah, and
voice,
he
which is like not alien at all.
Yeah, and he pronounces everything wrong.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
purpose,
Yeah,
probably,
yeah,
just
probably,
to kind of
just
like
to
get
screw
away
it.
with it. Exactly.
Yeah.
He's Marlon Brando.
Actually, so like Gabriel mentioned, he hadn't seen Superman 2, at least not that he could remember since childhood. And I told him, oh, you know that without the Richard Donner cut, like the original theatrical one, like Brando's not even in it. And you were flabbergasted, right?
Dude, I watched the Donner cut and I was like, this movie's really good. And I told him specifically, I was like, man, one of my favorite parts is the part where like Clark gives up his powers and he has to come back to his father and beg him. And his dad's like, you made a choice. and Clark and he's crying and all these things, and the father sacrifices him, and I'm just like, it's one of the best parts of the movie. And then he tells me that in the theatrical release,
I did not have
like they cut that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I literally went on Letterboxd and I gave that movie half a star.
Without seeing
I
it.
haven't even seen it.
What is
and my-
Letterboxd? What is Letterboxd?
It's like a rating app for films. If you can rate it like 5 stars or write reviews on it.
Yeah, these generations have to
What is-
tell everybody
what is,
how they feel about
what
it.
does this Superman movie have in Letterboxd? How many stars?
It is at a 3.9.
Like a 5.
That's-
Well, this is like 4.
Oh, this Superman movie?
this Superman's a 4.
It's out of 5.
It's a 4. It's 4.
4 out of 5.
I have it
It'd
as
be
a
a
4.
little bit better
Yeah,
if
4
they
to 5.
limited some of the cussing, because I don't think any Superman movie should have cussing.
I have it as a 4.
Is that just specifically for Superman, or you think this like the superhero genre?
This whole DC universe should not have
Well,
any cussing.
then
like
you
that.
shouldn't have put James Gunn in front of it.
I know. Or DC should, or whoever should have done a better job of, hey, guy, this is for little kids too. So let's not have Supergirl say bitch at the end.
Yeah, well, he,
At every end of the movie, the guy wants to say bad words.
yeah,
That's how the first Guardians was a fantastic movie. That is very close to being a perfect movie all the way through.
I
It
respect
gets
that.
ruined at the very peak of the end when Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, says we're the Guardians of the Galaxy, BITCH.
Yeah,
And I'm next to my 5-year-old at the time. Bro, why? Why? Does
I mean,
he have
the
to say the bad word, bro?
I mean, the movie is rated PG-13 though.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of action
Yeah.
and shooting and it's high paced.
I mean,
all that, bro.
They have
Come on.
the S word in like Back to the Future, E.T., The Goonies.
Really?
Yeah, several of them. Yeah, all the movies we grew up with had bad words in them. Like Beetlejuice was rated PG,
Yeah.
and there's like at least 3 sexual assaults in that movie.
Well, you can't really control Michael Keaton when he's in character like that. So I understand that part.
I do think for the Superman that tracks like they shouldn't.
Yeah,
Shouldn't.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Shouldn't.
But this is my
Well,
review.
but at least they established that Superman is very offended by
Yes.
curse words
Okay, yeah.
because
Yeah.
that was a real emotional trigger for him.
Yeah.
He did not like it. He only repeated it from a clinical, like analytical perspective. This is not right. This is unacceptable. So
This is my review of the Donner cut. Everyone involved in getting rid of Richard Donner off of the theatrical cut should be ashamed of themselves and their family.
Yeah, and their families. Jeez.
wait, they should be ashamed of their families, or their families should be ashamed
All
of
of them, just the shame circle.
It should just be shame all around.
But I think I do want to talk about one of my favorite parts of the movie is his interview with Lois.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
It was
That was controversial.
What was?
Some people thought that it was too aggressive between them. Some people thought specifically coming from him.
It was fantastic.
Aggressive?
Yeah. Like that he was too defensive. Or that they came for each other too hard.
I think like they allude to this in the film, like where he hasn't really done much one-on-one interviews with anyone other than himself, Clark Kent.
Yeah.
So he's very confident going into this, right? Yeah, I'll do an interview, sure. Blah, blah. But then he actually gets on the other side of Lois Lane. And you can see then why a guy like Superman, who can fly to the moon and do such amazing things, why he would be in love with Lois Lane, because she is able to engage him on such a different level than anybody else in that world by questioning him. And she even goes into that. I question everything in the movie. So she questions everything this guy can do. Is he super? Is he this? Is he doing the right thing? Even though it is the right thing. Is it right? Because he's negating all these other laws that he's not even thinking of, right? And you see Superman starting to realize really his mistake, starting to see like, okay, well, I'm done. I'm going to go home because I'm clearly out of my depths against this woman well, not say woman, but this other person in this field of journalism, right? And he's no longer Superman because he's against Lois Lane in that scene. To me, it was just fantastic to see him start off
Disarmed, right?
yeah, confident. I'm going to do this. Hey, let's go, right? And then all of a sudden, at the very end, you can see that he's like, oh my gosh, no, blah, blah, blah. okay, we're done.
You know what? And that's why I think you guys mentioned, not to go back to the first scene, which I feel like we do an entire episode on the first scene alone, but like to go back on that, you guys were looking at the meta,
Yeah.
like the metaphysical, like Superman, the franchise, and in real life, how does this movie relate to like, you know, the character? But to me, it was about disassembling and deconstructing Superman and Clark Kent as a person. Oh, you think he's all powerful? He's on the verge of death in the opening scene. Oh, you think that he's like, he has this immaculate image.
Right.
We're chipping away at it. Like, yes, he's hopeful and he's, you know, black and white, but you know what? There's gray areas here. You know, there's a room for cynicism here. You pull at this thread. It's nice to throw a tank at a foreign nation, but it is a sovereign nation. And where does that leave everybody else to clean up Superman's mess in a different way than like destroying the entire city with Zod and then like just chopping his head off or whatever it is that Man of Steel.
And they do it in a way where it's like believable. Like, oh man, yeah, this guy really does care, but he doesn't, you know, he cares to a point, and he really didn't see some things. And at the very end, when he's confronting Lex Luthor, he brings that out. You know, I'm out here, I'm trying to do my best. I might not know what I'm doing, but again, I'm trying to do my best, trying to help as much as possible. And it's again, he's not just Superman in this movie. He's like a super good person.
Yeah. And that's a great message now, I think, today.
Oh, yeah.
In today's day and age, especially in the times we're living.
Especially after the Snyderverse stuff. Like, I just need
everyone's
like a complete
BA, everyone
reset from that stuff. I know they tried to kind of mimic the Marvel style by making the Justice League a little playful.
Is that what they were trying to do?
I think so. It just came off just like
I just don't think Zack Snyder cares.
No.
And I think he just wanted to do whatever he wanted to do.
He should be doing zombie movies. Let's let him play in that world. Like,
are you just saying that because you're not going to watch the zombie movie? Which one's fantastic?
Was it Zombieland?
No, that was not him.
That's not him?
That's the Deadpool guys.
That's a great movie.
Yeah,
I love both of them.
Yeah, the Deadpool and the Zombieland movie.
Which was the name of the zombie movie he did? Last
Army
one
of
in
Thieves
Las Vegas.
or Army of
the Dead.
Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
All of the Army of the Dead.
Oh, you haven't seen his fake Star Wars movie?
What?
Rebel Moon?
Don't.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know about this?
No.
We don't need to talk about that.
Okay, no, we're gonna talk about it for 30 seconds. Okay, so he wanted to do a Star Wars movie, right? But he wanted to be edgy and adult, right?
So he goes to Disney. They say no.
Exactly.
And then
he goes to Netflix and he
Yeah.
creates this thing called Rebel Moon, and it's like his wannabe Star Wars, but
There's
like
the
you know,
Force in it.
yeah,
Or
like, there's everything. There's lightsabers. There's legit lightsabers in it. But it's like, why are you mad at me? Stop looking at me like that. Stop staring at me, Gabriel. So this is all truth, just for the record.
Is there a Death Star?
I don't know if it goes that far because we
Okay.
fell asleep halfway through it. And then we woke up in the third act. It was a love scene. Yeah. And then there was some beheadings. I heard there's an uncut version after that, but if you think I'm going to watch the movie a second time, you're out of your mind.
Okay.
And it's a trilogy, I think.
No.
No, I think they only made two. Right?
They only made two because they're in the middle of the trilogy.
No, that had to have been canceled.
No,
The
there's
third one had to have been
Nah,
canceled.
there's going to be a third.
No, he's making another movie now.
Yeah, he could take a break. He can.
Nah.
Ryan Johnson's taking a break before he makes his Star Wars movies in 2048.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead.
Back to Superman.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. I'll keep saying that.
Yeah, it's
in it.
It's
in
wrapping
now.
around your brain.
What do you
now.
guys think of the Justice Gang, right? It's not just Superman operating in this world, right? You have the heroes of the Daily Planet who are portrayed fantastically. And like in a real, like, what should a newspaper, what should journalism really be achieving in this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have other superheroes.
ratings and stock
Right. Not,
investor.
hey, smash this like button. Subscribe, right? Is that what they say?
Yeah,
How
like
do you
it-
do-
like it,
subscribe and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's
Garbage.
the
Oh my
world that we that we've kind of devolved into. And on that note, like and subscribe in the channel if you like this discourse
that's
about.
That's kind of like what they did in Far From Home, in No Way Home.
Yeah.
Like with Jonah Jameson having a podcast and
Yeah.
or like the video show.
Which is so weird. I actually saw that in Mexico for the first time. It was so weird to see that guy on the screen like that. Like nobody in this day and age would watch that show. They would.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
Yeah,
J. Jonah
I know.
Jameson on the screen, bald-headed J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
That's
No
not
way.
true.
Yeah,
I can
that's-
think of one example
I-
of who it feels like they're making fun of.
Yeah,
Really?
exactly.
Who?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
I don't know.
Political.
We probably shouldn't get political. I don't think it's. We'll talk about it after.
I'll tell you after.
Is it the Jewish guy? The guy who talks fast?
Shapiro? No.
Yeah.
No.
No, not him. Okay.
But he'll.
Well, I mean, I
It's
guess
another one.
I think he's already disgraced enough. There.
Really?
No,
Okay.
not Ben Shapiro. Alex Jones. I think
Yeah.
Alex Jones was who they were. Kind
Yeah.
of, yeah, parroting there.
The guy that
I think
not to
Jameson.
go on a tangent.
Yeah. I think Jameson was supposed to be like like a MCU Alex Jones type
Oh,
figure.
this
Yeah,
guy?
I got you.
yeah, that guy. Yeah, I don't think anyone.
Oh, the guy that got he
Sued,
was
yeah.
on the hook for Sandy Hook.
Yeah,
See, look
exactly.
at it. Look.
Yeah.
Infowars. That's the exact same thing as,
Yeah,
as J.
yeah,
Jonah
yeah, that
Jameson.
looks- yeah,
Oh, gotcha.
pretty much. Yeah. So clearly, there's
Do you guys
people.
want to sidetrack into the Sandy Hook conspiracy? Or?
No, I don't. I think we could stay on.
Bro, look at
target.
this.
Yeah.
Look at this and tell me this is not the same image.
I'm glad that you're showing him the image, but nobody else can see.
Bro,
the
look at
image.
this.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. That's it's almost closer. I just drew that connection, but I hadn't realized it was so close.
They
Go
should
on.
do more of the Hitler mustache.
Okay, I think that might have been.
That's
Go on.
what's missing. That's
He
why
said,
I'm
he
like-
said, he said, I got my podcast tied up in legal affairs.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna get yours
We're
tied up.
canceling this. All right.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a little on the nose?
Sure.
Okay.
Good one.
You mentioned the Justice Gang and that they're already operating, and that was something that I wanted to talk about. The way that the world is already lived in.
Yeah.
We're not introducing Superman. We're not introducing the Justice League, so to speak. We're not touching on them just yet, but clearly they exist, especially if you watch some of the HBO cartoons that you will hate because they're very violent and they have cuss words in them. But like Creature Commandos, apparently Batman is already operating. So the Justice League exists somewhere. We're just not talking about them right now.
Peacemaker exists as well, which
yeah.
is fantastic.
Oh, okay. So you do like that one.
I like seeing
You watch it with
fantastic.
your 5-year-old?
I do not.
No,
that,
okay.
that show was specifically for me. And like at midnight, that's my guilty pleasure. John Cena is amazing
What?
in so many different roles. That guy is hilarious.
Why are you watching it at midnight? How late do your kids sleep?
No. I just wake up and I'll just
Oh,
watch
okay.
something real quick and
So
then I'll
I
go back to bed.
got-
I thought you
watch
tucked
John
them in
Cena
at
before going to bed.
11:55,
No.
and then you. Okay. So Peacemaker, big.
Yeah.
It's coming back. Oh, today?
I don't
Oh,
know.
when we record this, sorry, time travel. But the first episode is already
We
out.
just saw it. Oh
Yeah.
my god, John Cena dies. Peacemaker's dead. Oh, sorry,
It's gonna be
spoilers.
really funny if he dies and then it's like a multiverse thing.
we were actually so
They have to bring multiple John Cenas.
so actually
Peacemakers.
Lincoln was visiting from Colombia.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
today.
With
wow.
his the FARC let him out.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, for Miami.
Good.
They figure that the country will just send them back anyway.
Is he like an ambassador for the FARC
Yeah.
for the United
He's
Nations?
a diplomat.
Is
I
he-
think he has a cabinet position. I'm not really sure what the official title is. It's all in Spanish, so it's
Minister
like
of the Interior.
it's like El
of the-
Ministerio de Transportación y Arequipe.
Okay.
So so he was sitting there with his wife, again a member of the FARC,
Yeah.
and he went to the bath. He had to go to the bathroom really bad. The thing is, sometimes Link, he gets excited. He'll either bring entire meals
Mhm.
to movies, or he'll get a large soda and an entire bucket of popcorn, and he won't share with anyone, right? So then
Wow.
halfway through the movie, he's like, I gotta go. He steps out, right? And then his Colombian wife turns. Oh, he misses some scenes. Link comes back and she turns to him and goes, John Cena was here and he was wearing a weird helmet. And that's all the context she had. Having
She
never
doesn't
seen-
know what Peacemaker
Yeah,
is.
exactly. Because it hasn't gone to Colombia yet, I assume. That's why.
I'm assuming a lot of people don't know what Peacemaker is. right?
Exactly. So
Watching
that's-
this movie.
So ironically, I mean, it's a pretty mainstream show, but it's still a deep cut for most of
Really?
the audience.
You would consider Peacemaker a show on HBO?
John Cena is a famous person on a channel that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
I think HBO is
Really?
pretty
Yeah.
popular. Yeah.
A lot of people have HBO.
A lot of people have HBO, but I don't think a lot of
Yeah,
people
AT&T
watch.
was giving out for free.
Yeah,
so I
pretty
still
much.
have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think probably a lot of people still don't know Peacemaker. They didn't watch Suicide Squad during the pandemic, so they're completely lost.
Good.
Yeah.
You don't need that part. You don't need the part. Just
Oh,
watch John Cena.
you didn't like Suicide Squad?
I saw the very starting of it. James Gunn again. That whole DC Snyderverse stuff. It was a complete miss. Everything.
Yeah, because it had to kind of marry his tone with
Yeah,
that world.
No good.
Hot take, Gabriel?
I'm not crazy about it.
Okay. I think it was okay.
I think I liked it more when
It
I
was-
saw it, and then I thought about it and I watched it again, and I was like, I don't really.
It's not a thing I'd go back to and
Yeah.
rewatch, but I mean,
So it's bad.
It's mid.
Yeah,
You would
I,
watch this movie again, right? Superman.
I
I've
did-
watched
I
this
watched it like what 2-3 times.
4
and then-
times.
Yeah.
And one time in Spanish.
Okay. And I know that it's coming to Max in probably a few weeks. You
Can't
know,
wait.
Months. I
Can't
bought it
wait.
the day one. No, I bought it day one.
We are those people that
we're
bought
not-
it digitally.
Yeah, because we're like, I don't care if Warner Brothers like merges with who knows or gets sold or whatever, or AT&T decides they no longer owe me the lifetime HBO that they promised me. Like, I'm gonna have this movie.
No,
in my
because
library,
he asked me, he's
sitting
like,
next to Superman and
he
the Donner
asked
Cut.
he asked me, he was like, should we? And I'm like, that's just one of those. That's one of those movies you got to have. You got to own.
yeah, yeah.
What do you like better? Did you like this movie better than Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can compare them because the tone
Well,
is completely
just
different.
compare how much fun you had in the movie. Don't compare the characterizations or anything of the action. Except how much fun did you have in Superman versus how much fun did you have in Deadpool?
Deadpool and Wolverine had
Fun?
more violence and curse words, so it was
Yeah, how much fun were
excellent.
you?
It-
Super entertained the whole way through by Ryan Reynolds joking and Hugh Jackman's awesome acting.
I think I appreciate the experience at Deadpool and Wolverine because I took an orphanage on a field trip to go watch Deadpool and Wolverine. And they were like-
tree age children.
Yeah, and they were just
Yeah.
like cursing up a storm on the
Oh,
bus all the way
God.
back. And then I just tucked them all in and reminded them that their parents wouldn't be coming home,
Jeez.
just like Deadpool would have wanted. So
This, I think this movie I can rewatch more than I could rewatch Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool. and
I
Wolverine.
think I saw Deadpool and Wolverine like 3 times. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it a couple times too. You know what? You get
because of the
back-
Zombieland guys.
Yeah,
That's the
those
good
guys are
job.
great.
Yeah.
They make a great movie, and those two actors are fantastic together. You know,
Yeah.
they're at the level of Han Solo and Chewbacca. You can rewatch them no matter what part of the movie they're in.
That's
They're
right.
fantastic.
You heard it here first. Hugh Jackman is on the level of what's Chewbacca's the actor's name again? Oh man, rest in peace.
David
Peter
something?
Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew.
No, that is that RoboCop?
No, it's Peter May.
That's Peter Mayhew. Who's RoboCop? Peter.
So it's
Oh,
the Nest, maybe.
yeah, okay. Peter Mayhew. Rest in peace, Chewbacca.
Yeah, RoboCop's still alive.
That's true. But he's Peter Sellers. She's Peter. No.
Seller.
No, Sellers. That's a Dr. Strangelove. Lots of Peters in Hollywood, man. What are you gonna do? Anyways, back to Superman. Any final thoughts? I mean, we talked about the cast. Rachel Brosnahan did amazing as Lois. You said you said terrific stole the movie. I think somebody.
I
So that-
loved every scene that guy was in. He sold the part of being, you know, a smart guy and hard to work with other people around because he was so smart.
Yeah.
It was acoustic.
and you know,
I didn't get that. I mean, not that that's like fact, but I didn't understand the characterization the first time.
right.
And then the second time I was like, I know this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You deal with it. Like you're talking to somebody who's an expert at whatever, and they're like annoyed by having to explain things to you.
Mhm.
Like when Lois says, "Get your circles to do." He's like, "Circles? You mean spheres? It's 3 dimensional."
My two
Like,
spheres.
it was hilarious
Yeah.
when he said that.
What do you think a circle? What do
Yeah.
you think a sphere is?
And those little things make the character.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
don't get a backstory for Mr. Terrific. You don't know anything about the guy, but the way he's acting, you understand him as a character. He's
He
a smart
maximized his minutes on
guy.
screen.
Totally did, and
Yeah.
they gave him the screen time, and I'm so happy that
Yeah.
a character like Mr. Terrific gets that screen time and does an awesome action scene the same way Yondu did an awesome action scene.
Did you like that? The musical
Loved it.
interlude?
Love that whale song. It's fantastic. It's playful as you
It's-
know, LexCorp or the Raptors are getting destroyed, and
also, Lex bad at naming things, right? Like
the Raptors, yeah,
the Raptors, Ultraman, the what's
the
what's-
engineer.
the engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is this guy a genius? I guess he's not a branding genius. I
No,
guess
he
that's
might
it,
not be
yeah.
a branding genius.
Yeah, he should have leaned on his girlfriend. I
Yeah.
think she probably would have been.
That was
She did a great job.
yeah.
yeah,
she was a great
too.
job, even for like a bit character. Like
Yeah.
you could tell she was.
Oh, she was a Miss
the-
Tessmacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like the
Yeah.
yeah, she was the modern Miss Tessmacher.
I missed that. That maybe that's the one of the missteps of this movie, apart from the cussing, is you don't have the bumbling guy Otto something. What was his name? Mr. Luther.
Yeah,
Mr.
the
Luther.
right-
yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Luther.
yeah.
That guy was fantastic.
Ah,
In
you
Well,
feel-
the original
what about
movie.
that guy
There's
that's
still we still have time in the sequel.
what about that guy that's like looks like Anthony Kiedis?
Oh yeah,
Mr. Luthor.
and Luther's like, no, we're just gonna rip apart the entire city with an interdimensional
Yeah.
rift. We'll fix it later.
Fix it later.
Guy's like, oh, bosses, am I right?
Lex, we gotta stop it.
That was hilarious.
Bro, I thought
love
that was Anthony Kiedis for like 20
That
minutes.
henchman was awesome
Yeah.
with the glasses and the
Yeah.
haircut. It was.
I love how proud everyone there is to work for Luther
Yeah.
and the work they're doing
Yeah.
when they're clearly on the wrong side of history.
Clearly.
Like they're like, yeah, oh, the kaiju battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something like that was All Star, that was Silver Age, like that
Yeah,
was
bro, when he saves the squirrel,
Who saved the squirrel?
dude,
yeah.
Saves the
I
dog.
I loved that part, man.
That
Like,
was also controversial, apparently. People were like, they almost cut it from
Yeah,
the
they
film.
almost cut. Yeah, I saw that they almost cut
Because
it.
people were mad of him saving a squirrel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Really?
it was.
They're like, why would he save the squirrel?
They showed it to test audiences, and they were
They were
getting none of
confused.
the- Yeah,
'Cause
they weren't getting great
I thought that
feedback.
was great. That's not the
Yeah.
level of saving everything
Yeah.
around that area. He's so fast that he can
Yeah.
go around and he can save the squirrel, he can save the dog, he can save the lady.
Yeah,
He
and
saved
now,
that little girl
yeah,
from,
not only that, James Gunn addressed the controversy, and he was like, "It's not that he's gonna save every animal, like that's gonna be his priority, but if he can save a squirrel, he's gonna save a squirrel."
I think so.
You know what I mean?
I think
And
so.
it's like, I mean, it's not like he's choosing it over human life, but it was like, there's a squirrel, I'm gonna save it. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't he? He's super. That's how much he cares about living things. I think he's also has a much more like wide value for terrestrial life of any kind.
Of any kind.
Because he's like exposed to like different species as opposed to we have this kind of hierarchy of like human life and then animal life is like disposable.
Like with the kaiju, how he tries to save it,
Yep.
yeah.
and it's like, what is
Yeah.
it? Because they basically like kill it, or they're trying to find a way to kill it. And he's like, we got to find a way to like bring it down safely to not harm it. And I'm just like, that's so him. That's
Yeah.
so thoughtful. Like, and I love the choices.
I think it even challenges my notions of what it is to be a kind person, what
Right.
it is to be good, and what it is to be Superman. Because I thought I had a grasp on it, but I was like, I would have never thought of the squirrel. I would have never thought of saving the kaiju. I would have never thought, like, you're right. Why are we killing these things? Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be a better way, and it's that. I think it's easy to get bogged down by the grim and grittiness and the darkness of the world we live in, and not just the world we live in, but the world we create.
It's it's the complete opposite of what we've gotten. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yep.
it's that all life is important
Mm-hmm.
and it deserves protecting. And the fact that this man is so like the things that he's capable of, he is so powerful that I think that's the struggle, is that he has to find a way to. It's not just punching through a door, like, you know, knocking someone down with all your brawn.
Yeah.
It's like you got to use your ability to the max to save people, because it's not just about like beating bad guys up.
Mm-hmm.
It's about saving everybody that you can.
Right. Even the bad guys.
Even
Because
the
I
bad-
think even his final appeal to Luther is like, you can be better. Like, you can help humanity. Like, just understand me because I'm trying to understand you.
yeah.
And I said the worlds that we create because we talk about the times nowadays and the culture and the society and all that other stuff, but it's also our perception of it, because there's a lot of light out there in the world too. Like, every time Superman moves his head and blinds us with that light coming through that window in those final moments, it's like all you got to do is step aside and let the light shine through. And I think that's such a like amazing visual that Gunn does. Let light seep through the camera lens constantly throughout like these high moments in the
Let it
film.
radiate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing, like that when he's having the conversation with Lois with the kaiju in the background when they're making up, and she tells him, she's like, "You think that everything and everyone is beautiful," and then he goes, and I think that's the real punk
That's
rock.
the real
That's
punk
punk
rock.
And
it is.
that line is stuck with me. You know, that's what I sent you, Zelman. That was the note
Yeah.
that I sent.
Yeah.
And
I
I
thought
think
you just sent me money for that line. Like, man,
it was so good. I'm
that's
giving
so
you
good.
money.
I'm paying for it.
Superman is such a great person. He wanted me to do this.
Before we end this, though, we have to mention Crypto.
Yeah.
James
The
Gunn,
star of the movie.
the star of the movie. James Gunn is so good at creating these CGI characters and making you fall in love with them, right? He did it with Groot.
Wait, that's not a real
multiple
super
Groots.
powered dog.
No, I don't think the dog. There's no dog.
No,
at
there's no
all.
dog at all.
You know how
So-
many people thought it was real?
Yeah.
Like from like anecdotes that like from friends that people were like they were with in a group of people that are like, the dog's not real, and they're like, what?
They did a great job with the fur, with the gestures, with the ear that flops, with everything that dog does. It's playful. I have a little dog that is white, and it reminded me so much of what that little dog does every single day. There was no nothing but like love for playing and love for Superman and love for the robots and all that sort of stuff, and just being a dog that is super powered, and that's what you get. The dog jumps on the lap. He doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, everything that dog did in that movie was my dog in real life, and the way Superman cares for the dog, even though the dog is not obedient, etc., but still understands. Okay, the dog is alone. I have to go find him. He's scared. I'm gonna go and protect him and stuff like that. This is another selling point to the audience. This guy is an awesome human being.
Yeah. All right. Rapid fire.
Sure.
Things that we didn't talk about. Guy.
Guy Gardner. I
I know-
have a page from issue 1 of Guy Gardner from 1990 something. I
Beautiful.
love Guy Gardner.
Describe what that means, having a page.
It's a comic book page from the printed comic book, an original piece of art.
So it's like the original drawing.
The original drawing of
Right.
that page, yeah.
And it's in black and white.
And it's in
So
black
it's
and white.
pre-colored, pre-inked.
It's
even?
it's pencils and inks
Pencils and inks.
and lettered.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, love Guy Gardner.
Yeah, Guy Gardner's amazing, and I can't believe he made it onto a mainstream film.
Yeah.
And that he was depicted so well.
So well.
And that this is like Nathan
Justice Gang.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion should have been Green Lantern in the Green Lantern movie, but in a way he dodged that
Poetic
bullet.
justice.
He dodged that bullet.
Well,
'cause
not
that-
even. It's just justice.
Yeah,
Oh, really? They were going to cast him versus Ryan Reynolds?
that's correct. That was like
No
everybody's
way.
dream. Like they wanted Nathan Fillion and he wanted the part, and like the fans wanted the part, but they went with the hot, sexy guy, which
Yeah.
is a thing.
Yeah.
But then that movie stunk. Anyways, Nathan Fillion got to play Hal Jordan in several of the animated films. But now finally a Green Lantern, maybe not the one, but he aged like a fine wine into
Yeah.
this role. And Guy Gardner, I can't wait for
I
Batman
mean-
to punch him in the face.
I mean, those guys, the guy that they have for Hal Jordan is probably the same age, right? If not maybe older.
Yes, that's true. Hal Jordan is old, will be old on an HBO show.
Whatever.
there,
I loved
make
him. It was funny. He dropped the funniest line of the entire movie. Made me laugh. Like, what is it when
An implied vow? Was it the
when Metamorpho, when they're like, he's telling Metamorpho, he's like, you can't join.
Yeah.
He's like,
the- with a
Justice
face
Gang.
like that?
That's awesome. He's like,
You're
you're in.
I liked when he tells Lois, you know he's Clark Kent, right?
I love that whole scene with
Yeah.
the hypno glasses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hypno glasses.
And then again, you get a little peek at, man, this guy's a really nice guy. He does trust everybody.
Yeah.
He's operating at this whole other level
Yeah.
than someone like a Batman would, who's like secretive and dark, blah blah blah. He's out there doing his job and he's making friends and he's trying to do as a good a job as he can as Superman. And he obviously knows that he needs friends. So in the instance where he can't be in two places at once, he has those other heroes that can divide and conquer.
Yes, and I love that in the climax
Yeah.
where you're waiting for Superman to save everybody, and he really doesn't have time because he
can't.
can't be anywhere.
Can't.
There's that issue of Superman where like the one with him with the angels. I forgot who wrote this. I don't know. I don't know if it was Busiek or Wade.
I think it is music.
Yeah, Busiek. Where and you think like, okay, it's about like Superman being a god, basically. You know, he's an angel, like, and he can be everywhere. But really, the moral of that issue is that he's not. Like, you can pray to Superman, he'll try to answer, but maybe he's in Egypt, you know,
Right.
and it takes a village. It's we can't depend on, you know, just the Superman. We can't depend on just one leader or just one hero. You know, everybody has to do their part, and whether it's everyone at the Daily Planet doing their part, or whether it's the Justice Gang covering for when Superman couldn't be there, or whether it's his dog, it takes a village to kind of lift Metropolis up to the great state that it can be.
okay, next.
Oh, that was rapid fire.
I don't care. This episode's going long. There's so much we haven't talked about.
Sorry,
This movie,
guys, we haven't been here in weeks.
This movie deserves it.
Thank you.
His parents.
Yes.
Which one? Which one? The evil
parents, the
Kryptonian
fuck-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the genocidal, like
my gosh.
invincible.
I want to show him that meme.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. After.
That whole thing was I think a misstep, to be honest with you. That's one of the reasons why it doesn't get a 5 stars all the way.
I don't think it's
The parents,
The
the Kryptonian parents, are not sending Clark over.
I agree. Right. Absolutely.
To
It's
do
to be
anything
resolved
but
later,
help.
but I feel like we should have gotten a little more closure.
I don't
right?
think
Right?
it-
They should have said it was like completely fake, that the engineer completely doctored that.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor doctored that.
they go out of their way to do the opposite,
To
but
prove
like,
that it's true,
yeah,
at
but it's also not convincing to
No,
me.
it
because
doesn't make
Terrific's
any
like,
sense.
I checked 5 seconds ago.
No,
these guys wouldn't lie.
no, he's like those computer guys don't mess about that stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Right? What computer guy?
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah,
What do you-
are they human? Do they like money? Because like I don't believe them just immediately.
The internet wouldn't
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody turns on Superman like that. What a fickle
Yeah.
populace.
Well, that
DC
was probably
universe has.
realistic, but
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, I feel like that's what I enjoy about these things, that the enemy is not only physical,
Yeah.
but it's the perception of Superman. It's the people that he's trying to save, the people that he loves, but also challenging his identity and
Yeah.
what, he thought of everything. He thought of like what his parents, of who he is as a person. And if he thinks that he's sent to just like, take over the world and make everyone his concubines, like
that was a secret harem.
Secret harem. Hashtag secret harem. I love the use of hashtags.
Yeah.
The monkeys.
The monkeys
the
was awesome
Yeah.
to see that. It is such a realistic depiction of the internet being mad monkeys typing nonsense into Twitter or whatever.
I loved the line that Superman utters when they like leak the footage and he's seeing it on the phone and they're like, "Oh, we sent you to this Earth," and he's like, "Why is that bad?
Yeah.
Why is that bad?" Like immediately, like
He's like a kid.
yeah.
That was a comment a friend of mine made. Our friend. He did not like this movie, even though it was very entertaining because scenes like that where Superman acts not like the very composed
Man.
Because in this movie you have to understand too, he's a young man.
He's a millennial,
30-something
bro.
years old.
That's right.
He's a millennial. He's millennial
dealing with
Superman.
it for
Millennial
the first
Superman,
time,
yeah.
right? He's just 3 years into being Superman at such a high level, being a public figure and stuff like that. I think it would take at least a decade to kind of be in the position to be poised in all these
To master the politics of it all.
The elder statesman of superheroism.
So we get that media a lot. Like in the animated series, Superman was always very poised. He was very rarely depicted out of that very cool,
Out of control.
Out of control.
Yeah.
One, so that
He was
that
also
depiction
like
he
in
liked
his
a lot.
40s,
And
right?
he was in his
Yeah.
40s. So that was one of the reasons why our friend didn't like the movie, because there was time to time when he would just go into these outbursts, like when he lost the dog and he goes into the guy's office, "Where's the dog?" Blah, 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 blah. I, as a dog owner, would lose like every sense if my dog was lost.
He is showing composure because he's Superman, because he can tear down the whole building.
because I
Yeah.
was just
So he's got to just throw a table.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too. Sometimes we judge Superman and characters and people in real life based on our perspectives and our experience with them. Because going back to you said about Smallville, why didn't I make it past year one? Was because I was like, this isn't Superman. Him and Lex are friends. This is ridiculous. They didn't grow up together. Then I grew up to be like, oh, the Adventures of Superboy. Oh, this stuff actually happened like long before I was born.
Yep.
And this isn't anything new.
Silver Age comics.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's just me who's limited from that perspective. I've never seen that Superman, not my Superman, but yes, actually more Superman than the Superman I probably grew up with. Long hair, has flash powers. There's 15 of them, stuff that I accept as part of the Superman mythos that is really so far removed from really Superman's foundation and its core.
I will say that that's the thing. The
Like for
first
me, Jonathan Kent
is Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan Kent. Yeah, and Jonathan Kent growing up, I was like, Jonathan Kent's dead. He's always been dead. He's never dead. But for my generation growing up, it was like I grew up. There was no Jonathan. He was absent.
But those characters, like in specific, like referring to Smallville, that was always Jonathan Kent to me. Then I saw Kevin Costner, and I'm like,
Yeah,
The worst Jonathan Kent ever.
but
Oh,
dude,
explain why, real quick.
Why?
Yeah, why is Kent Costner the worst?
about why he chooses to.
Because he sacrifices himself for
Like in the worst way. Like
Nah,
it's
bro,
the
that guy
weirdest thing. I mean, it just didn't make any sense.
that really-
He wanted to die. He wanted to go.
I want to get out of
He
here.
wanted to
bro.
go.
Lois, I mean,
He's like, deal with it, Martha.
Pain.
Okay. Her name is Martha.
Deal
Please
with
show
it,
respect
Martha.
to her name. It's the same name as Bruce's mom. Okay, how could you forget
I've
that?
never made that connection to
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah,
And it
I was
was-
like, how did you get there, Zack Snyder? Like, how did you notice that?
Because the guy's a weirdo, man.
He's like, this is what the movie's going to be about.
Martha, why? Who, Martha? That's such a weird scene.
Oh, but in Smallville, I don't know what's gonna happen with that arc, but he finds out that his parents sent him to take over Earth.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
And that's the
That's
thing when you
weird.
go back and you're like, wait, where? These are all the patterns. Why is time is a flat circle.
yeah.
Like, why?
Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but as soon as I saw it, they haven't like resolved it. It's
Yeah.
been like a couple episodes, and I'm
They-
like, oh, okay,
They don't. It's just like the movie, just like Superman 2025.
that's computer guys. You can trust them.
Yeah, they wouldn't lie about this stuff.
More rapid fire. What else? What
Yeah.
else?
Things you didn't like.
The cussing.
Okay.
Didn't like the cussing. I didn't like
Hashtag super.
That was funny. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And the hashtag this and that. Things I also didn't like. You know what? You don't get I don't know why they didn't do the shirt rip somewhere. Got to do a shirt rip for a
Mm.
Superman movie. Him running into action. It
Yeah.
been
You wanted him
perfect.
to go into like a telephone booth or
something, or like a closet and come
or
out
spin
of
in a
Superman,
certain. No,
you
that's
know?
Wonder Woman. Sorry.
He has to do that. He could have been perfect for the kaiju.
The charging
He's
station.
in the Daily Planet. Look, oh my God, there's a kaiju out there. Let me
Yeah.
shirt rip.
Yeah.
Boom, Superman.
Well,
They
I don't
missed
think
that.
he wears the suit underneath.
Really.
Yeah, no. Actually, he can't wear the suit underneath because it has a collar, right?
It's thick.
Yeah. So that's why he doesn't wear the suit.
The
underneath.
hypno glasses don't let you see the collar. They have it built
Hey,
in, you
the
know.
Hypno glasses.
It's like a whole, it's a whole apparatus.
One of my favorite
exactly.
things.
The hypno glasses don't show you the whole suit. He's
That-
like,
okay.
yeah.
So my niece, right? She's 11. This is her first Superman, actually, because it's been tough growing up the last 11 years,
Yeah,
right?
I get
don't
it.
really have new Superman to show her.
I get it.
1977 is kind of a deep, like you have to
Yeah.
sell Superman first, then go back and watch the old stuff
Right.
just because it's more
Right.
Superman, right? So this is her first Superman, and she's like immediately, how come they don't know he's Superman? And I'm like, wait.
The glasses.
Yeah. I'm like, how? So then they're like, she's like, the glasses. When Lois and him talk about it, and she's like, that's not enough. It's not. It can't just be glasses. That doesn't make sense. And then the hypno glasses explanation. She's like, oh, there's hypno glasses.
Silver Age
Yeah.
right there. He
And-
actually had hypno glasses.
Yeah, and I didn't know that growing up. So when I first found that out, I was like, my life is complete now. Like it's balanced because I've had to have this suspension of disbelief that everyone has facial blindness.
Yeah.
But yeah, hypno glasses, man.
And
made it.
they explain also like when he's Superman, he's slightly vibrating his face like the Flash. in
that
the
was
show.
always my thing. He's slightly
And-
vibrating,
and
right?
then you can't really make out. That's why you,
Yes.
in a lot of depictions, he's like Superman is squinty eyed.
Yeah.
because he's not,
Or he's
fully-
glowing, like
Yeah, sure.
like you see him kind of like
Yeah, or he's flying up above you. You
Yeah.
can't really see his face.
I did like that in the Donner cut when Lois is trying to prove that Clark is Superman, and how Clark is he's like shrugging his shoulders, he's hunched
Yeah.
over, he's got bad posture, he like
yes.
talks like this, he's got the hair covered.
And actually, Reeves was great at the physicality of
100%.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then she
Two different guys.
she
Yeah.
fires the blanket at him, and it's just an instant, like it's the same person, but it's a different
Yeah.
image than what you're seeing. And I thought that was great, and I can't believe that wasn't in the original movie. Superman 2
Yeah, they
sucks.
cut it
Yeah.
out.
Superman.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I don't think they depict that very well. Right? When you see Clark in the apartment, he's more like Superman, right? Because he's in the apartment with
But I also
preparing
think-
breakfast and stuff like that.
I also
Right.
think it's the hair too, though.
and the hair
Because the hair
in
when
Daily
he's-
Planet.
Yeah, when he's a Clark, it's like curly and it's in his like
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
his face and all that stuff. And when you see him like later on, like it's brushed back and
Yeah.
it's different. It does make a difference.
Yeah,
he
I-
is a little goofy as Clark Kent in the Daily Planet.
yeah.
but
like
not-
in
not
a
at
modern
the
goofy,
peak.
because that's the thing. I think we're beyond the like Peter Parker super geek,
Yeah.
the Clark Kent
Yeah.
like ultra nerd journalist. Like
Yeah.
these people, these really smart people. Sure, they're nerdy because like, oh my gosh, they're talking about this, but for the most part, like they can dress like
He's a
regular
modern
human beings.
jock.
Yeah, exactly. Like this guy's a like journalist, a famous, successful journalist because he has all the exclusive Superman interviews.
It's just Peter Parker.
Yeah. So it's like we kind of update this notion of what the nerd and the geek is, and it's like I also don't see that culture. Like Clark used to get picked on a lot, you know.
Right.
And I don't really think that
Not
would
there anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I like how the team right at the Daily
Yeah.
Planet, they're all like on the same page. They're like, yeah, we're doing this. Yeah.
Okay, his other parents.
The On Earth,
The
Yes.
Kansas
Jonathan,
parents.
Jonathan
Yeah, fantastic.
and Martha Kent.
A little too old, I thought. I wish they were a little younger. And then, there was another question at the very end of the movie when they're showing all those family pictures and videos. Like, who's taking those videos in the Kent farm? There's shots clearly of all three of them.
The robots.
No,
the
robots.
Yeah, the robots. Clark like flies in a robot and
No,
the
it's
robot-
him. He does it, presses it, and then gets into the
Oh
shot.
yeah, super fast.
But the parents were great. The
Yeah.
parents were great.
He presses record on the camera, goes into the shot, comes back, and then catches the camera.
I liked how they just look like they
Why
look
doesn't
like
from
Midwest-
Kansas.
Why
Yeah.
doesn't Clark sound like that though? Is the problem? You can't have the parents sound like super Kansas.
I had
natives.
someone argue
He's
that
been living in Metropolis.
yes, when you come from like the Midwest and you in the city very quickly, like within a year, 2 years, you quickly drop and adopt the accent of the city, especially because you get a lot of crap for it. So it's very easy for you to quickly drop that. The one thing that they could have done is for him to kind of fall back into it, when
when
he's
he's
with the
home.
parents at home.
But even then,
Yeah.
I also think
maybe
that
this is who
he
he
may
is.
not have the accent, but he still has the vocabulary.
Yeah,
Like the things that he says, I'm like,
Yeah,
who
he's-
says that? Like
yeah.
yeah.
that sounds like someone from the Midwest,
Midwest,
with like a
right.
Midwest saying.
I like some people said that like his parents came off as like dull or dim-witted.
Simple.
Yeah, and I honestly like that take that they weren't these great upstanding moral people. They were just good, kind-hearted, like
Good.
down to earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about like they're these great leaders of society who save the world. No, he just fell into the lap of just good people.
Yeah.
Good people with I guess that's a loaded word, but quote unquote traditional values. At least those are the values. Like obviously they come from another time, another age, but it's good enough. It's good enough to just care about people. That's literally all they taught him, to care for others and to put others before him. And that's all he needed to reach his true potential, no matter what, his genocidal parents.
But also like
might have instilled
Bradley
in
Cooper
him.
father told me.
secret harem.
That's such a weird thing. Are you gonna
It
get
was
like
random.
Bradley Cooper and his little bit?
Don't worry,
part?
the
I
sequel,
don't
the
understand.
sequel.
Yeah.
Was it just because of the Rocket Raccoon connection?
Yeah, it was.
Really?
Yeah, James Gunn. Yeah, he's trying to get all his buddies.
No, but I also think that they're older, like, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that when they found Clark that they had to be in their 20s or 30s. Like
Right.
they're just old.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can definitely see like how his mom struggles with the phone, and he's the young kid who has to like help his mom out with technology and all these things, because they're farmers. They're farmers in the Midwest. It's not like they're like, living in the city or like have a lot of access to, to modern tech.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier for them to get left behind in the last 25 years if
Yeah.
they're older. Okay, any other rapid fire before we
Rapid fire.
wrap it up?
Didn't like the Proton River.
Why? Oh, was it like it's weird?
It
It was
was
weird.
That was
confusing.
a little too
Yeah,
much.
if it was so dangerous, why
Yeah.
are they all in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Without getting affected by it.
And then, like at the end, he just uses his freeze breath. Did he not know he had freeze breath? Did he forget? Like, you know what I mean?
Like
Like
super breath. There's a
the
difference.
super
There's
breath.
super breath
Oh, okay.
versus freeze breath.
So it didn't freeze the.
no, it did
okay.
not freeze
It just
the element man.
it just super blew him away. Okay,
He
but
was-
he couldn't
was
have done
super
that
blown away.
halfway through the river though. Like,
He super flew while super blowing
okay,
the element man.
you're super.
No, the Proton
you're
River
super
just
blowing my mind.
reminded me of like something from like
Very Silver Age concepts, right?
Is it
Fall Guy
yeah.
or
Guy
Free
turns
Guy?
into like a parachute and he blows them.
Yeah, it's
away,
not the
like,
concept of the was
Yeah.
it the Proton River?
Proton
Yeah.
River.
Right,
Into
which
the
makes me
black
think
hole.
Ghostbusters, but it's just the fact that it's like everybody's just swimming through it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
don't fall in there. Oh,
Yeah.
we all fell in there.
I don't know.
exactly.
That was a little too silly. I wasn't a fan of the music choice for the
I
T-Spheres
thought you were gonna
fight.
say Baby Yoda. Did you like the alien baby?
I also
No,
I like that he saved the baby
I like that he saved the
and
baby.
like
Yeah.
he's holding, but I didn't actually like the actual
it was
baby.
weird to see.
I
and
want
then
that story.
And then
How do you-
Metamorpho.
How do you
was
get an alien baby?
Metamorphos with a
No,
regular
it's a human. He has a wife that's human. He's a
Yeah.
I've just seen
yeah,
it,
we
man.
see that.
but the baby's
But
an
the
alien.
baby's-
But how
no,
do-
the baby's like a
Humanoid?
metahuman too. Like it's
But
like,
why does he
has
look
his
like a
element type
Martian?
Powers,
Does he look like a
'cause the
Martian?
guy looks like a freak too.
Okay, but not like a Martian. He doesn't look like a Martian. So
Yeah, he
like-
does. He's all like discolored and stuff like that.
I mean, he's a flying head at one point. So
Yeah.
yeah.
¿Qué más? I don't know. He should have just. Oh, I'm not a big fan of the guitar theme.
Oh, the riff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it.
No.
I think,
I think Top Gun. I
Yeah.
thought it was the Top Gun theme when it started hitting at the beginning.
and that's the Top Gun thing. But for Superman, I just don't. I just love the. I mean, it's not something that I hate the movie for, but
Right.
I love the Superman theme.
Yes.
I just thought it was a weird. It was like,
The problem is you can't top that.
yeah, they rearranged it.
I mean, you
but
can't
also
beat
they
John
made
Williams.
it sound like, like
yeah, like
dated in a different.
I would have liked if they would have either done their own thing or like just
Yeah.
use the same one. I don't
Yeah,
care.
'cause-
like
yeah, they should just use the same one because orchestral is timeless, right? But this sounds like '80s electric guitar.
but even then, like I personally, I
I
really
do like
love,
the retrofuturism of it, and
I
we'll
love-
talk about that next episode too.
I love Man of Steel's. I love Hans Zimmer's album.
Yeah.
Was the score on that one because it's different, but it doesn't necessarily. It's not the same. Like Superman's John Williams theme is iconic. Like that is
Yeah.
that is the theme.
So either do your own thing or stick with the
Yeah.
classic. Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
this movie, we are in the end of August. It's still in theaters. It's had like what, a 6 to 7 week run so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
if you are listening to this podcast and it's towards the end of August or starting of September, and this movie is still in the theaters by whatever miracle, go watch it one more time.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch it tonight or maybe tomorrow night.
Okay.
Just trying to get it one more time.
Go ahead and watch it. Pre-order it also. Like, I mean, not pre-order, it's out already. Just buy it. Just blind buy it. Trust us. If you hate it, we'll refund your money.
Sure.
Just
Who?
reach out to @link on Twitter.
Was the theater filled every time you went?
Yes, for me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Mexico, the theater was packed. On the third time I saw it here in the States, in Tennessee, I thought we'd go and there'd be like 4 or 5 people in the theater. You know, it had already been 5-6 weeks.
Mhm.
You know, the audience starts dying down. The theater was packed. I was so happy to go 5 weeks into the movie and still see people going to watch this movie.
Where'd you go, the rave?
I'm sorry?
Where'd you go?
I went to a place called Northgate Mall. It's close to my house.
Mm.
Okay. So if you ever want to catch a movie at Northgate Mall,
Northgate Mall in Hickson, Tennessee.
Yeah.
There we go.
when-
Wildcats.
yeah, whenever
Hickson.
anyone's watching Superman at Northgate Mall, Socrates will be there. All right.
And I saw Deadpool and Wolverine there,
Okay.
half that attendance. I saw Carnage versus Venom there with my kid. We were the only ones.
You
in that
take your
movie
kid to
theater.
that movie?
This is
though?
a dead. Well, because we saw Venom, and he
There's
was
bad
like-
words in that one.
It was. We saw it just because he saw Venom and he likes the spookiness of it.
course.
So I wanted to treat him to a
PG-13
special thing. He's
spooky.
getting older. All right, let's kind of do this. You know, it's in the level of Predator, right? When did I see Predator? What age is he?
Yeah.
Okay, he can handle it.
I mean, how old were you when you saw like Terminator 2?
Oh wow, I was probably too young, but it
Yeah.
was awesome. It was totally
That's-
awesome.
That's where we get like all gatekeepy on like, come on, kids.
Yeah.
But it was like
I
the
watched-
best part
I
of our
watched-
childhood was breaking all those rules.
Yeah, I watched Titanic at 4 years old.
Yeah. Well, you became a man that day.
Kate Winslet stayed with me for the rest of my life.
All right. So
No, wait, one more thing.
one more thing.
Lex.
was great.
Nicholas
How,
Holt.
how could we have not talked about Lex? I mean, we touched upon
He's
it.
one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a great Superman and you have a great Lex Luthor, then you have a great movie and a great franchise for the next 10 to 15 years with these two guys.
No, they're
on
stacked,
screen.
man.
Listen. God bless. Wait. What? I'm sorry. What was the '70s Superman? No,
Gene
his name is
Hackman?
Gene
Gene
Hackman
Hackman.
recently passed away. Gene Hackman. God bless Gene Hackman. All right. Screw Kevin Spacey. But who was that? Who else? was
Michael
one of the-
Rosenbaum.
Well, I mean, Michael Rosenbaum on TV. Those are the two film ones we've had. It's never been yeah.
And
Oh no!
Jesse
Oh, I
Eisenberg.
forgot about Jesse Eisenberg.
I think it's good that you should.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
Wow. Bro.
So, but even the good one, I guess there was only one.
Even
on-
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
to be
for
honest
real.
with you. It was awful.
we have never depicted, I think, Lex accurately before, because even with Gene Hackman, it's very finite, the
Yeah.
interpretation. Like
Yeah.
he's like,
I don't think he's a genius. He's conniving and he's
He-
manipulative
right,
and
yeah.
evil.
Right.
yeah.
But he's not a I'm built a pocket dimension just because I
Yeah.
could.
Nah, he's like, I'ma get this like land, which is funny because this Lex actually also wants land, but he's thinking bigger.
Oh, I
He's
thought that was great. That was a good.
He's not thinking real
was a
estate.
ca- that was a
He's-
callback.
He's thinking like, diplomacy or
But even then,
despotism.
but even then, Lex is always looking to get ahead in the original movies. I think
Yeah.
in this one, he just purely hates
Yeah.
Superman, and
A
that's what
lot.
fuels him. And his dialogue at the end, like that speech that he gives, is
Great.
like he's like tearing up because
Yeah.
he hates this man
that's a
so
beautiful
much,
moment.
Super great.
man. And
To
he's-
show that he's also human. He's also has weaknesses. Like,
no, and the thing is that he knows he's self-aware. He's like, I know that like I'm sick and this is, but I can't help it. This is I hate you
And
so
even-
much.
and even that gaslighting himself, because he's like, he's self-aware, but his self-awareness is a giveaway that he's not truly come to terms with who he is, because he's rationalizing.
Well, because he's a narcissist.
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
a
narcissist that can't deal with the fact that there is someone that is better than him because he is the best technically. Like we'll think in the planet, like the smartest
Yeah.
and the richest and things like that. And there's just this other person that people love him. People think he's a great, and he just
Well, it goes deeper than that.
He
He
hates
has
him.
like this like Thanos quality where you can get
Mm.
that explanation of why Thanos is doing it and you know it's wrong, but there's a little bit in there that's like maybe he's justified in doing that. Like killing half the universe so the rest of the people that live have plenty. People can justify that, I guess. And then seeing that having this Superman, quote unquote, alien being so dominant
hit him.
in the public
Alien.
eye
Extranjero.
In Mexico, yeah, they pronounce it.
Is a threat to mankind in general, because now you're putting this being in front of mankind, and that itself is very threatening and can be.
And you want to like that is a great point.
Yeah.
And it also makes me hate the Snyderverse even more because that's Batman's arc.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
literally
Batman has the Luthor arc. Yeah.
and then I'm just like, bro, what?
And also, he's not wrong because, like, at some point he's evil, and it's like,
Yeah, I mean, he's
I don't want a
like
super-
that
an
can be
evil
scary.
Superman, yeah.
That can be definitely be scary, especially when you get told that this person is sent here
yeah,
to steal your wives and form secret harems.
yeah. And it's the audacity of hope, right? To actually believe in something greater than yourself, because all Lex has probably seen in his life is disappointment, and anyone who had any power or, you know, prowess use it for their own gain and not for the greater good.
He's always done it because he can, but I think that this is more focused because he had a goal now. He had a mission. Because it's just like he was 11 when he made that thing, that like fairy, the guy that the Mr. Nobody, I don't know what they called it. That weird looking thing in the pocket dimension.
That alien thing. Well, he was 11.
Oh, Mr. Handsome?
Mr. Handsome.
Mr. Handsome. Yeah.
I think that's
saw
Martian Manhunter.
James
You think so?
I think so.
James Gunn said that he made him. He created him in an experiment.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that
Like
Like a
guy's
failed
good.
Bizarro,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Well, we got to film
And
Bizarro.
Bizarro.
Do you think in the writer room they're like playing around with the Lex Luthor character and they're like trying to always tie some sort of land scheme to the
Yes,
character?
absolutely.
Like they're like, hey,
I
this
think-
happened in the original, this happened with Returns. We need some sort of land type thing.
Yeah, yeah. I think that they come up with this like beautiful treatment with everything, pocket dimension, narcissist, you know,
'Cause he really has a
hereditary wealth.
He has
And
all
someone
the
goes,
land
"Excuse me,
in that
the
pocket
land.
universe.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
the land. Where's the
You
land?
can't forget
scheme?"
that.
Yeah. Like ultimately, Luther's just the most evilest landlord in the history of all
Yeah.
mankind. Yeah,
But
What
yeah,
was the name of it? Luthorpia? What was it?
yeah, something like
Luther
that.
something.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Just like
Luthorpia.
Otisburg on the map of
Yeah.
the original Superman.
Yeah.
Otisburg.
Beautiful.
and we'll leave out the political undertones of
Of the current like Putin administration
Oh,
invading.
yeah.
people.
Listen, here's the thing, too.
I would
man.
say that's that
The
administration.
hammer of Bavaria.
I don't think it was that administration.
Because I feel this.
Jarhan.
We
Oh, I got you. Oh, I got you.
I feel like
Uh.
we project our reality into these fictional narratives. This is what this whole show has always been about. Like, what do we see of ourselves in the story? But I think now sometimes we're like, it's about this. And I think that our real life just follows patterns of it. There's just like study history, and they're creating these narratives, they're creating these characters that are archetypes. And we kind of, because we're so encased in our reality, we project those things. So I don't know. Maybe they are inspired by real life, conflicts, but I really just see it as a reflection of what always has been.
I mean, yeah, you look back at what The Simpsons or all these other shows that predicted things 15, 20 years ago, and then they happen. Like, it's just history repeating itself. It's just the fact that, for us right now, we're living in this time and it's real to us.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes life just gets crazy as if it was a movie.
Any last words, George? You always end these podcasts on such a high level and great note.
Pressure.
Well, when you build it up like that, it's like, I just think that it's great to, no, I'm just trying to make something up now at the last second. I just think it was great to see something. Look, you're saying it's always complex and like esoteric, my conclusions. It was great to see something nice, happy,
a lot,
bright,
very so,
and
very
super.
so. Yeah.
And that's how I feel.
Thank you, James Gunn.
Thank you. Next week, whether you're here with us or if it's getting late into the hours of the night with the length of this episode, we're going to talk about a movie that we disagree on, whether it was fantastic or not. But that's for another week. Till then, keep searching.